That's right. It is a People Station V103, and I am live on your radio, coming to you live from Atlanta, GA. We got Georgia Tech in the building. They're representing hard. Coach Paul Hewitt, head coach of your Georgia Tech men's basketball team, and Gani Lawal, who just, God, you be making some. Gotta use the truth, man. You be making some crazy shots sometimes. I'm being told, I asked people on Twitter if they have questions for you. More comments than questions. Tell Gani he is a freaking beast. So how do you feel about, coming back? You decided to come back another year.
Yeah.
You had entered the draft last year. Why did you come back for your junior season?
I just felt it was the best thing for me. I went through the process. I loved it. I don't regret anything about it. But at the end of the day, I just felt I needed to come back, keep working. And I'm enjoying my time here. I don't have any regrets about anything I've done.
So this will be your last tournament?
No, I didn't say that.
You like that, right? You like that lead in?
The reporter heard coming out.
Right, you see that?
Reporter side.
Exactly. People Station V103. Coach Hewitt, you got, this is a team who a lot of people are comparing to the Atlanta Hawks of just a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Young, some of the most talented group of guys that I've seen. I mean, you guys are talented, but some people wonder sometimes if the guys are playing together or if you've got a whole bunch of super talented kids who haven't quite gelled yet.
I think it's youth. I think about, let's say, the Kansas team that won the national championship in 2008. People forget that they lost in the first round to Bucknell when they had all those, quote, young, talented guys.
Mm-hmm.
There's a learning process that goes on. I think so many people now, they want to sit and judge and supposed to just enjoy the opportunity to have to watch these guys get together and watch them grow. And one of the things that I've really appreciated about this team is just how mature they've handled adversity this year. After the kid at Maryland makes that shot, that buzzer shot, it would have been easy for these guys to separate and go to, just kind of really fragment. Earlier in the year, we lost to Miami in a buzzer shot again. But they have kind of stuck together, and that's what gave me a lot of hope. And I told them after the weekend, I said, I hope you guys really understand what you've just done here. You overcame an awful lot of adversity to make the NCAA tournament, which is a very hard thing to do. There are over 340 teams, and only 18% of them make it. And to make it, I don't care if we're a 1 or a 16 seed, to get into the field, you need to be proud of that accomplishment. And I told them, let's take a couple of days. We were off from practice yesterday. We're off again today. Just really soak it in, and then when we get back to the court on Wednesday, we got to get ready for Oklahoma State.
Gani, Coach just talked about adversity. How does it make you guys as the players feel when you hear people in the media telling you about your team when they don't necessarily know your team, or talking about your head coach, or talking about the type of the players that you are? How does that make you guys feel?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you go places, everybody has an opinion. You go at the gas station, Walmart. I would do this, or you should do this. But I mean, you just take it in. You're respectful, but we just try to keep our circle tight and focus on our goals.
Absolutely, because the guy at Citgo definitely knows more than Coach Hewitt or you about basketball. Come on. Now we're getting ready for this tournament. Of course, the NCAA tournament. You guys are going to face Oklahoma State in the first round. You didn't pick a very easy bracket. This has got to be one of the toughest brackets. You were saying, what, Coach Hewitt, that 8 of the coaches in this?
Yeah, I heard on ESPN last night, 8 coaches in this bracket have coached in the Final Four. But there are no easy brackets. I mean, people can sit there and dissect it all as one. Gani made a very good point coming up the elevator. He goes, it's all about matchups, Coach. I mean, everybody's got a tough team, but if you get the right matchup and you exploit your matchups, you're going to win. And there are no easy games in the NCAA tournament. Again, that's why it's so hard. There's so much parity now in college basketball, and people don't want to hear it. But, you got a team like Texas El Paso getting ready to play.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I really respect Duke and Mike Krzyzewski and what they've done, and Gary Williams. And then you look at all the games that are out there. Wake Forest got to go play Texas. Duke has a potential second-round matchup with Louisville. I mean, there's so many tough games in this thing.
Duke, you guys play Duke in the ACC tournament. Yeah. If Duke plays one more game like you guys had to play, do you win that game?
I don't know. It was a tough game. We played 4 games in 4 days, and we gave it our best, and it just didn't come up quite with the game. But like I said, I'm proud of our guys, and just got to keep working.
Yeah. So, ACC tournament, struggled on the free throw line.
Yeah.
Struggled with turnovers,
yeah.
And we're still 4 points away from winning the championship. What does that say about your team?
Our defense is great. I can't say it enough. Our defense is great the whole tournament. And we're going to get back to the drawing board when practice starts. Just keep working on our free throws and trying to make better decisions with the ball. We're a talented team. And I think as these games come along, because we will be playing more than one game, we'll fix that and it'll get better. But as long as our defense stays where it is, we'll be in every game. And that's all you can ask for, just to be in the game. 4 or 5 minutes to go, just have a chance to win.
It is
they have to get
say,
back and go to class. They have to put them back in reality.
And then, you know what? And that's the point. And that's what I wanted to ask you as well, Connie. I mean, it's not like you guys are in high school. You go to one of the hardest schools in the country. This is an engineer. It's Georgia Tech.
Yeah.
People with scholars flunk out of Tech. How difficult is it? Is the pressure off the court just as hard on the court?
You got to have your time management. Your time management's got to be pretty good. It's a tough school, but it's nothing that a little hard work won't help. But it definitely gets tough sometimes. You come back from the road late, got to get up early for class. But, we're student athletes. It comes with the territory. And I've been doing it here for 3 years, so I'm used to it. I got a little routine I do now. So.
What's your little routine?
And I might add, he's on track to graduate.
Yeah.
He's on track.
That's what I'm talking about. See, that deserves
I'm
a
really
hand
happy
clap.
about that.
What's your little? You said you have a little ritual. You have a thing.
Well,
now.
not really a routine, but I've been in college 3 years. School in the basketball and just studying, getting my rest. Eating right, all those things that go into it, because it's not just a one trick pony. It has to be like a lifestyle that you do. So.
But you're still young. Do you do anything for fun at least during basketball season?
Yeah, I do. I mean, go out with the fellas sometime. Hit the mall, but not too much. Just
and
chill.
ball all day.
I'm in college, no money, sorry. But yeah, I'm not. Don't really do too much. Just chill.
One thing I'll say about this young man, whatever he decides to do in life, whether he's a lifestyle, a long-term professional basketball player, or he goes into the business world, he's going to be successful because he has great priorities. And I think his mom and dad deserve an awful lot of credit for raising him the way they did, because you have to prepare to succeed.
Sure.
And that's what he does. He prepares to succeed.
Shout out to mom and dad. Love you.
Yeah, he's not one of these guys that thinks because he's a basketball player, everything else is going to fall into place. He knows that any success he has in a basketball court comes from hard work, just as any success he has in the classroom comes from hard work.
People Station V103 coach Paul Hewitt in the building, Ghani Lawal in the building from your Georgia Tech men's basketball team. But Ghani, you're from College Park. You're a local kid. So maybe there's a local kid that's listening right now playing AAU. Like, what are the steps that he needs to take to play Georgia Tech and to be headed towards the NBA?
Well, first thing I'll tell him, just take care of your school books, man. Don't think that just because you got talent that it's going to always get you by. Work hard in your school books. And listen to your mom and dad or whoever, those, parently figures in your life, because they got your best interests at heart. And that's one thing I can say just growing up. I was fortunate enough to have my mom and dad involved in my life, and they were stern on me, but it's made me who I am today.
Stern is a nice way of putting it.
Stern.
I know them both very well.
Oh, wow. They cracked the whip.
Yeah.
So who's the jokester on the team?
The jokester, man. I mean, we got a
I know you got
team.
characters.
We got a funny team. Amon Shumpy, he's pretty funny. Glenn Rice, all those guys. We all have a good time laughing and joking.
He conveniently omits himself.
Right.
He does a really good Coach Hewitt impersonation. That's
You
what I
gotta
hear.
do it, bro.
That's what
Come
I
on.
hear.
I can't
Come on, into the microphone.
Ghani,
Into the
into the mic.
microphone.
All right. I mean, we're getting ready for the game, or we're messing up in practice. You guys kill me. I mean, what are you thinking? When you make this pass, what is going through your mind? There's nothing that should be going through your mind at this particular moment and juncture in your life.
Juncture. Very good. Is that what are you like that, Coach Hewitt?
He won't admit it.
It's that's his perception, but I got a different. I think I'm much more cool and calm when I talk to him in moments of frustration.
Sure, absolutely. People Station V103.